Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. Have you ever heard about Mr. Craig before this? Or do you know something about the aviation industry in this world? Or a person who very committed on each of what he is doing, especially for the world aviation industry? Parsanayara, an Indonesian ambassador to Black History Month in UK, once said in his article he wrote, Bacharuddin Jusuf Habibie or BJ Habibie developed a theory during his studies in Aachen, Germany that would prevent plane from being crashed during the flight. So today, I'm going to talk about who actually BJ Habibie is and why he is very influential among Indonesian and perhaps the world itself. Thus, I would like to highlight on three important points of his life history, start from his early life, his studies in Aachen, Germany, and his career he built in Germany and Indonesia. Based on the film Rudy Habibie, directed by Hanung Bramantyo, the year 1920 marked the beginning of provincialism in Indonesia. His parents married. His father was a Gorontalis and his mother was a Javanese. So that was a violation of family traditions at that time. So as a result, they were separated from their tribes. BJ Habibie, or his full name, Bacharuddin Jusuf Habibie, or that also can be known as Rudy Habibie, was born on 25 June 1936 in Parepare, the Indonesian state of South Sulawesi. He was the fourth son to Alwi Abdul Jalil Habibie and R.A. Tuti Marini Puspawardojo. His father was an agriculturist of Gorontalis descent and his mother was a Javanese noblewoman from Yogyakarta, and they met while studying in Bogor. His grandfather, which is from his father's side, was a Muslim leader and an affluent landowner. According to A. Makmur Makkah in his book BJ Habibie, His Life and Career, as a child, Habibie liked swimming, reading, singing, riding his father's racehorses, and building model airplanes. When he was 13, his father suffered a heart attack and died while performing a salah. Actually, BJ Habibie interest to create planes because of his father. When he was child, his father taught him how to do an airplane model. This is because his father want Habibie to become an aircraft creator in the future. So to make it happen, Habibie continued his interest at the Bandung Institute of Technology in the field of electro studies for 6 months. For your information, Habibie was born as a genius person, so there is no problem with this. There is no problem regarding his studies. His mother arranged him. His mother, R.A. Tuti Marini Puspawardojo, arranged him to continue his studies in Germany because he excelled in that field, which is electro studies. After finished his studies in Bandung, he continued his undergraduate studies in aviation technology at Delft University of Technology, Netherlands. Due to the West New Guinea dispute between Netherlands and Indonesia, he was transferred to Germany. So, Habibie was continue his undergraduate studies in aircraft construction engineering at Technische Hochschule of Aachen. He was very diligent and dedicated student at that time. He didn't being financed by anyone else but his own mother. In order to ease his mother's burdens in financing his studies, he decided to live far away from the center of the city and willing to take a walk to his campus every day. But no matter what happens during his studies, he managed to complete his bachelor and master outstandingly. So that was BJ Habibie, which is a genius person. After that, he continued his studies in doctoral degree. During that time, he remained in Germany as a research assistant under Hans Ebner at the Lehrstuhl und Institut für Lichtbau RWTH Aachen to conduct research for his doctoral degree. RWTH stand for Rheinische Westfälische Technische Hochschule of Aachen. So that was his university name. According to a film Habibie and Ainun directed by Fauzan Rizal, Habibie was returned to Indonesia on sick leave while still conducting his research. During that time, he was met with Hasri Ainun Besari, which was his schoolmate back then at SMA Kristen Dago, Bandung. The two married on 12 May 1962 after a short reunion and returning back to Germany together shortly afterwards. After returning from Indonesia, Habibie was working with Wagen Fabrik Talbot, which was a railway company where he helped to design train wagons. But he refused just because to complete his dissertation. Finally, in 1965, he managed to complete his doctoral degree and receive his Doctor Engineer title in aerospace engineering. So that was a highest achievement for his studies. After graduate, he was joined MBB, which stands for Mesmich Bolkoblom, a German aviation company where he developed his own theory called the Habibie method, which is about aerodynamics, the Habibie theorem, which is about construction, and the Habibie factor, which is about thermodynamics. In the early of 1960s, aeroplane accidents occurred very frequently due to the construction failure, mainly due to the fatigues on aircraft body. When it happens, it is a beginning of a crack. Fatigue critical points are usually located in the connection between the wings and the engine cradle, or between the wings and fuselage. So this will experience constant turbulence, especially during takeoff and landing. If the crack point is not detected, the wings could snap and break during takeoff. It is also hard for them to spot this crack. It is also hard for them to spot this fatigue early because there wasn't any facilities like sensors or scanners to help them overcome this problem. So because of that, Habibie, which was a genius person, developed a crack propagation theory and earning that Mr. Crack name from his international colleagues. Through this theory, the crack point could be predicted early, resulting in safer aircraft, reducing the risk of sudden failure, and making the maintenance cheaper and easier. With certain crack points, the aircraft constructions also become faster, as the fatigue testing can be done in a short period of time. In 1974, Suharto, which was the former president of Indonesia at that time, asked Habibie to return to Indonesia to help them build the country industrializations. After 2 years in Indonesia, he established PT Industri Pesawat Terbang Nurtanio. Now we call it PT Dirgantara Indonesia. While in April 1976, while he was still a Minister of Research and Technology of Indonesia, he also led the N250 Gatot Kaca project, which was the first aircraft manufactured by PT Dirgantara Indonesia, and he also designed it by himself. Other than getting involved in aviation industry, he also used to be a politician back then. He was appointed as Vice President of Indonesia and finally hold the office of President as third President of Indonesia in 21 May 1998 after Suharto resignations. Because he have done few unrealistic actions toward Indonesia citizen, such as release politic prisoners. He then resigned from his presidency on 20 October 1999 after 1 year, 5 months held the office. This means Habibie expertise was more to technology, not politics. So in a conclusion, Habibie is well known among Indonesians because of his early life, his studies in Aachen, Germany, and his career he built in Germany and Indonesia. Actually, there are more stories regarding B.J. Habibie and why all Indonesians are giving full respect to him. But I'm only highlighted on important points and his few contributions to Indonesia. So, in honor of his service, all Indonesians especially, they are making films or movies to share about his life histories and to make them learn how Habibie's can be success like that. For the first movie is Habibie and Ainun in 2012, followed by Rudy Habibie in 2006, and the latest one is Habibie and Ainun in 2019, which is last year. So thank you.